Hey Sooner Scoop, back with part 2 of this Kennedy Brooks breakdown. In the first one, I just went over the basics of his running style, but in this one, I want to kind of go over his intuition and his skill with his feet. In this Iowa State game, he does a few things right here that are just incredible to me. One, I didn't talk about this, but his horizontal lean that he has when moving forward, that is very reminiscent of Nick Chubb. You guys can see that with any elite guys. Some running backs run real tall. That's not always the best way to run. He's really good at maintaining a great posture without being too far forward, but also not standing up real tall. Again, as we talked about, guy has great mobility in the ankle, knee, and hip. Another thing I didn't mention is he's also very mid-foot to forefoot oriented, which you see from a lot of fast guys. In other words, he doesn't really run on his heels. One of the reasons he's so efficient is by the time that foot actually hits, you can see here his foot makes contact. For a lot of guys, that foot's way out in front of the shoulder. For him, his shoulders are almost in front of that foot by the time he really has good, solid contact of the ground. Right here, it almost appears as he's standing the way the video is going. But his shoulders hit that same position, that same stacked position of ankle, knee, hip, shoulder every single time. It's pretty incredible. Next thing I want to show you, kind of the main part of the video, is this cut he does right here, because I really just talked about his straight line speed. But in this, he does something that's pretty incredible because of his shin drop, because he's so good at getting that shin so low and being so on balance. One, because of excellent strength. Guy has excellent ankle mobility, so his feet move incredibly well. He pronates very strong. He does these positions. The transition is very quick. But he literally, let's count them. He makes a cut. First of all, he has to think and process what he's going to do. But in the midst of processing this, he's able to decelerate and cut, I want to say, in 3 steps. So right here, he's processing information. He sees the potential obstacle. In 1, you'll watch that shin drop. There's that elite level shin drop I talked about, how low he's getting. That's like what you see in like an Allen Iverson crossover right here. That shin being so low to the ground. So in 1, 2, and then he almost does a toe drag right here, which I talked about. He stays so close to the ground. That toe is bare. There's no vertical movement at all. Everything's getting horizontal. That toe stays so close to the ground. Really in 2. He's able to process information. A lot of guys, this would be a stutter or a very pronounced cutback. For him, because he has the ability to get so low, that allows him to, this is an optimal, like fantastic position, but because he has the ability to get so low, it makes these movements really easy for him. And to the naked eye, it makes it appear like a rather simple cut. But in 1, that's the deceleration, or that would have kind of his penultimate step. In 1, 2, this would be his block step. 2 steps and a toe drag. He cuts across the field and doesn't look like he's breaking a sweat.